Hello guys, this is Pelle Bleed again, and now I am on part 7 on my series of how I record a full song. I told you before I've changed the song, but to one that I will probably release because I like it way more than the one I started with. On Command-Shift-P I get the noise reduction window and just apply it, and you can see all the background noise is gone. This one, there will probably be some stuff to edit. There will definitely be some stuff to edit. I think we can see some here. Well, I think this is like moving fingers to change the notes, the tones, or tones, whatever, on the guitar, and you can clearly hear them, and I'm gonna take them away. I'll probably silence these, everything between here. So you can hear me moving my fingers there. And since the bass is clearly dampened, I can silence this in here, in between here, without getting any artifacts. So I'll just mark that place. I'm going to lower the resolution a bit. And I use the spot healing brush tool to get rid of this click. And I'll put a short fade on the end. I think I did this in a previous video quite a lot, and I will do it here also. Of course I'll edit out most of it, but this one will be clearly audible, so you can hear I'm moving my hand there. Just let's do a before and after, so you can hear that. And what I do is just mark this place here. I don't want to go too close to the bass note there. That. Now it will be weird, so I'm gonna edit that out also. So you could still hear this part. Just the spot healing brush tool, like so, and it is gone. You can't hear the fingers scratching there anymore. And I'll put the fade on just to soften up the transition to silence. So I'll keep on doing this, and I will just to keep the video short, I will just edit in the places where there is something going on that is worth watching. The more I edit this, the better I edit this, the more thorough I am, the more amplitude I can give this in the mix later. It's the same with everything, but these things, I want them to be there, be clear, but not taking over the whole thing. Now you can see here there's a lot of work to do, and it will be in the whole file, so well, you get to see some of it. Okay, we got some string bass. It's basically the same thing that I've been doing before, but this will be very, very clear. It's not that clear. I might have exaggerated a bit, but the procedure is the same. One thing that I can show you, I might have told you this in an earlier video. In this case, I have like a break between this. This is the whole full note, and there is kind of a break there. That's a good spot to put your silence in. Then you won't get any artifacts. Let's see if we got any artifacts. No, not much. They will kind of stick out like that. And then of course I need to clean out the high end on this one. And I do put a reverb on all this. These ones, the bass solo and the high frequency solo thing, you know, or lick, or whatever you want to call it, they might have a delay on them also. So these silences in between, they will not be noticed actually. What I do here is just I clean it up so I can do a good reverb and a good delay without muddying the mix. So in this case I kind of cut off, it's not a bass note, but it's one of the octaves of the fundamental that is a bit lower down. It's around 500 hertz, and it made an artifact there, so it kind of spreads up and down, but this will be countered by the fade. So when I do this, it softens up everything. That's why I do the fade, so I can do a bit more of this kind of aggressive editing on them. So here is me moving my fingers over the strings. You can see, and it's a little bit cool, you can see really the frequencies that's happening from me moving my it's not that cool. Anyway, so I'll be back when there is something interesting to say. So in this case, it's kind of tight between when I'm hitting the strings. I'm not really damping it. We can see how it sounds. So I don't really need to silence this, but I don't want this either to pop out later. So I'll kind of go in and clean out some of this. Maybe like that. That should be good. And here it's the same as before. So see you later. Got an artifact here that will disappear with the fade. I'm going to upper the resolution so you can see it. You can see how it just builds up like a big blob here of sound. And we put the fade here. We want to include it all. Somewhere there. Should be, yeah. And then maybe a little bit earlier, so we got the whole thing. Put the fade there. Nothing really happened. Cleaned it out pretty well anyway. Sounds good. Okay, so I'm getting close to the end here. Just, let's see, mark this one here. Silence this part. And clean out this end, and of course put a fade at the end here. And then we'll clean out the bottom. This one I will use my lasso tool and do the one where I go in between the frequencies. Maybe I should be a little bit more thorough. Nah. This is basically, I should be able to go something like this. Shouldn't be any problems. So you can see some of the artifacts of me cutting off some frequencies, but they won't be heard. Like here. I hope that one will be okay. We'll see. Otherwise I'll redo this. So now my mouse mat is running out again and I have to start over. Just hold in shift and keep on going. Now this won't do a massive change to the sound, but it looks good. nothing weird yet. That's good and clean. So I'll save this and I'll see you in the next video. I am going to make videos of these two guitars here, but I don't know if I'm gonna publish them. If they become too much like the other videos, then the next video will be in Logic. If there's something interesting happening in that video while I am editing these two, then the next video will be Adobe Audition. So we'll see what happens. Okay, bye bye.